Collective research. Active fundamental research in global capital markets. Make informed decisions.
EV competitors. An electric vehicle, EV, is a type of vehicle that is powered by electricity rather than traditional internal combustion engines that use gasoline or diesel.
NIO competitors. Tesla is a prominent player in the EV market and offers a range of electric vehicles, including the Model S, Model 3, Model X, and Model Y. They are known for their innovative technology and widespread presence in the global EV market. Motors, listed as XPEV on the NYSE, is a Chinese EV manufacturer. It competes with NIO by offering a range of electric cars in China and is often considered a rival in the Chinese EV market. Lucid Motors is known for its luxury electric vehicles, such as the Lucid Air. It competes with NIO in the premium EV segment, particularly in the United States and other international markets. NIO primarily operates in China but has a growing presence globally, while Rivian is based in the United States and has been gaining attention for its electric trucks and SUVs.
Deliveries second quarter 2023. In the second quarter, we produced nearly 480,000 vehicles and delivered over 466,000 vehicles. Total smart EV deliveries for the second quarter of 2023 were 23,205 units, representing a quarter-over-quarter increase of 27%. Lucid produced 2,173 vehicles during Q2 at its manufacturing facility in Arizona and delivered 1,404 vehicles during the same period. The company produced 13,992 vehicles at its manufacturing facility in Normal, Illinois and delivered 12,640 vehicles during the same period.
Tesla, TSLA, has the highest total assets at $90.59 billion, and its total liabilities are $9.41 billion. This indicates a relatively healthy balance between assets and liabilities, which is a positive sign for the company. Rivian, RIVN, has total assets of $17.23 billion and total liabilities of $5.51 billion, suggesting a reasonably favorable assets to liabilities ratio. XPEV has total assets of $9.20 billion and total liabilities of $4.69 billion. Similar to Rivian, also appears to have a healthy assets to liabilities ratio. NIO has total assets of $12.05 billion but relatively higher total liabilities at $10.03 billion. This indicates a higher debt burden compared to some of the other companies. Lucid Motors, LCID, has total assets of $9.41 billion and total liabilities of $3.46 billion, indicating a strong assets to liabilities ratio and a relatively healthy financial position.
Net income. Tesla stands out with a positive net income of $12.23 billion, indicating profitability. Tesla has maintained a strong financial position. Rivian, on the other hand, reports a significant negative net income of $5.99 billion. A negative net income suggests that the company is operating at a loss. And NIO also report negative net incomes of -$1.41 billion and $2.96 billion, respectively. They are facing losses as well. Lucid Motors has a negative net income of $2.55 billion, indicating that it, too, is operating at a loss.
Quick ratio. The quick ratio measures a company's ability to meet its short-term financial obligations using its most liquid assets, excluding inventory. A quick ratio above 1 is generally considered healthy. Lucid Motors stands out with a quick ratio of 6.11, indicating that it has a substantial amount of highly liquid assets to cover its short-term liabilities, which is a strong financial position. Rivian also has a robust quick ratio of 4.71, indicating strong liquidity. Has a quick ratio of 1.57, which is above 1, indicating a reasonable ability to meet its short-term obligations. Tesla has a quick ratio of 1.07, which is close to 1, suggesting it has just enough liquid assets to meet its short-term liabilities. NIO has the lowest quick ratio at 0.82, which may be a concern as it indicates a potential challenge in covering short-term obligations with liquid assets.
Earning per share. Tesla has a positive EPS of $3.53, indicating that it is earning $3.53 per share. A positive EPS is a sign of profitability. Rivian reports a negative EPS of -$6.46, which means that it is incurring a loss of $6.46 per share. This indicates that Rivian is currently not profitable. And NIO also report negative EPS figures of -$1.65 and -$1.79, respectively, signifying losses on a per-share basis. Lucid Motors has a negative EPS of -$1.65, indicating a loss per share. P/S ratio. Investors often use the P/S ratio to assess whether a company's stock is overvalued or undervalued. While a lower P/S ratio may suggest an attractive investment, Lucid Motors has the highest P/S ratio at 16.09, which is relatively high. A high P/S ratio can suggest that investors are willing to pay a premium for each dollar of the company's sales. Tesla follows with a P/S ratio of 9.67, indicating that investors are also valuing its sales at a relatively higher level. Rivian has a P/S ratio of 5.19, which is lower than Lucid and Tesla but still reflects a notable valuation. Has a P/S ratio of 3.86, which is lower than the aforementioned companies, suggesting a comparatively lower valuation based on sales. NIO has the lowest P/S ratio at 2.34, indicating that investors are paying less for each dollar of NIO's sales.
Current ratio. The current ratio is a measure of a company's ability to cover its short-term liabilities with its short-term assets. A ratio above 1 indicates that the company has more current assets than current liabilities, which is generally considered healthy. Lucid Motors has the highest current ratio at 7.07, indicating a strong ability to cover short-term obligations with its current assets. This suggests a favorable liquidity position. Rivian follows with a current ratio of 5.66, also reflecting a robust ability to meet short-term liabilities. Tesla has a current ratio of 1.59, which is above 1 and indicates a reasonable ability to cover its short-term obligations with current assets. Has a current ratio of 1.72, similar to Tesla, indicating the capacity to meet its short-term liabilities. NIO has the lowest current ratio at 1.00. While it meets its short-term liabilities with its current assets, this ratio is at the lower end of the spectrum, which may warrant attention regarding liquidity. Revenue. These revenue figures highlight the varying scales and market positions of these electric vehicle companies. Tesla leads with the highest revenue of $94.03 billion, making it a dominant player in the electric vehicle industry. This reflects its substantial sales and market presence. NIO follows with revenue of $6.81 billion, indicating significant growth and a notable position in the market. Rivian have revenues of $2.98 billion and $2.99 billion, respectively. While they are smaller in scale compared to Tesla and NIO, they are still noteworthy players. Lucid Motors has the lowest revenue at $0.75 billion, signifying its relatively smaller market presence. If you would like us to research a stock, please tweet at Collective Rec or leave a comment here.
Like and subscribe for potential investment ideas. Become a member at www.collective-research.com.
Receive investment ideas before they are published.
Collective Research. Active fundamental research in global capital markets. Make informed decisions.